If the BJP is the dominant political force of the country today, it is RSS that acts as its ideological fount. When it was founded 100 years ago by Dr. Hedgewar, he would have never imagined that RSS would one day be the driving force behind India's polity. Nurtured over decades by several leaders, RSS remained a shadowy figure in the background until 2014, when Narendra Modi led BJP to a now famous victory. As BJP has strengthened its hold over politics, so has RSS risen in stature. It is now the world's biggest voluntary organization under the guidance of Sarsang Chalak Dr. Mohan Bhagwat. While Mohan Bhagwat is the spiritual guide, his second in command, Dattatreya Hosabale, has the organizational control. Mr. Hosabale has just returned from a tour of the United States and Europe. The trip was an outreach to the global community as well as to the NRI community. We are talking to Mr. Hosabale today on his worldviews and the controversies that seem to surround RSS. Dattatreya Hosabale ji, welcome to PTI's podcast. With your permission, I'll call you Datta ji, if that's okay.
Most welcome, and welcome to this place, and also very happy to see you. Namaste.
Thank you, namaste. We are at the RSS headquarters in Delhi.
Delhi, yeah.
In Delhi, not Nagpur, of course. You have just returned from a trip to the United States and two countries in the US, in Europe. And the intention was to remove some misconceptions that the Western world might have about RSS. What did you achieve in this trip? Are you happy with the outcome?
Sure. That way I have been visiting the Western countries to meet the Hindu community and also to address the Hindu same-sex and people in the past. Barring one or two times, there was generally I was talking to people from Indian origin and Hindu community people. This time, as part of our global outreach efforts in the backdrop of centenary year of RSS, we thought of meeting people who are local people and who are influential in various segments of society, like academics, policymakers, and many other such people. So, two invitations were there for me. One from Stanford University faculty. There is an organization called Global Scientific Innovation Forum. And another is Hudson Institute of Washington, D.C. So this gave me an opportunity to go to some other places also and meet people. I had the opportunity of interacting with some academicians, think tank people, thought leaders, including a Nobel laureate in Stanford, and some people from the Congress, among congressmen. So that gave me an opportunity to explain what RSS is and what its philosophy and how we are civilizationally inspired by India's ancient culture and spiritual message to the world.
So you spoke to a lot of non-Indians. What was the main concern of the Western world that came across that you could address?
The one concern I felt is that technology is fast growing, no doubt. AI is going to become the order of the day. But how we are going to manage with cultural issues? What will happen to human society? How will be the relations between humans? And another concern was environment. I felt we should address that. And India is eminently capable of addressing these issues because of her experience in the past.
So what kind of questions did they ask you about RSS, about RSS's background and whatever misconceptions that you think exist?
See, one thing is either misconception or ignorance.
Okay.
So they had no idea what RSS is doing. And many times whatever they have heard is through some media, some people itself. And those who have visited India, they have had the opinion about RSS on the basis of the some media news here because they have not interacted, barring one or two, they have not interacted with any RSS person per se. So that's why misconception and ignorance both were there. And they humbly accepted, we don't know. And some people thought that we are some anti-Muslim, anti-minority,
supremacist organization.
Supremacist. So all these things they had that. So I said, we are a volunteer-based, volunteer-driven organization to create human social capital and those who engage themselves in community service and national service.
Yes.
And this is our track record for 100 years.
Right.
And that is why the people of RSS have come to occupied the center stage of the Indian public life.
Yeah.
So, and they have created many civil institutions for the nation building activity. So this I have explained, and it has gone well.
Okay.
Gone well in the sense they took interest and they asked questions again on the basis of that substitutes.
Yeah. The perception that RSS is anti-Muslim exists in India also among a certain segment of society. We'll come to that later, but I want to stay in the United States for the time being. You were there last in 2018, and this was you were visiting United States after a long
8
period.
years.
8 years. In that period, I mean, you have seen the growth of the Indian diaspora. They are, extremely wealthy. They occupy positions of influence and power. They are at the top in technology, medical, legal profession, and everything. But at the same time, do you get the sense, and has it been told to you, that the diaspora continues to be divided along regional, language, caste lines? I'm also very keen observer of the United States. I go there quite often, and I see, for example, at least I can speak for Telugus because I am from Hyderabad, that there are different communities, associations, even within Telugus. Telugus will stick to Telugus, Tamils will stick to Tamils, Punjabis will be together. Is that right? I mean, if you have left India, do you need to carry India with you to the United States?
Thing is, in India also these things to be corrected.
They need to be corrected, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
You are right on both the counts. One is Indian diaspora has definitely made a mark there, and they have grown, and both academically and economically, and their contribution to national wealth is also now being identified, recognized. And in the last 8 years, I should say that per capita income of the Hindu community has definitely gone up. And they're a well-meaning society. See, the thing is, the best thing about Indian community or the Hindu community, I should say, that is they have not become a headache to any state anywhere in the world. That means their behavior as a community as well, that should go to the reason is their cultural background and civilizational background. So they have mingled with the society. That is one thing. That is the good part of it. And coming to the second part of your question, see, the thing is, they sort of have, when I interacted with them in the groups, formal or informal, this was individually, most of you every one of you have become successful. But community-wise, are we successful? So this, you should ask this question to yourselves. No doubt you organize many programs, come together, etc. But at the same time, so the differences and because of diversities should not make us weak as a united community.
Correct. So are you disappointed then that we end up creating a mini Telangana, mini Tamil Nadu, mini Andhra, and instead of a major
I am
India?
a person with hopes.
Okay.
Otherwise, 100 years back, RSS, if it would be disappointed people's organization, we would not have created these things. We have immense hope in our people. So then this happens. And as you said, the base of language and state, etc., there are number of organizations in US, as you know. But the thing is, what the 2-3 things that we have been trying to do is, one, number one, the Swayam Sevaks of RSS from India, they have tried to create Swayam Sevak like organization in the name of HSS, Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, in those cities. And that is why when they come to Sangha Shaka there also, so the differences are disappearing.
Okay.
So that's one thing which we have tried to. The bottom line is that we belong to one culture, one background. This is one thing. Secondly, one more thing is that we should learn to working together separately.
That's interesting.
Nice. So this thing I have stressed everywhere. Working together separately. This you should follow.
Yeah.
So you can work in autonomously for whatever cause you have taken up in your forum, organization, association, etc. But at the same time, how to work together? Once in a way, you do some events together.
Yeah.
You have some mutual help. Not only when there is some pandemic, etc. Even in ordinary days. So this I think was well received, and they are trying to do it now.
How many people would be there in the HSS, would you say? What is the strength of HSS right now?
Yes, they I think 175
1,000.
shakas are there
175 shakas are there.
in US.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
They are having good numbers. The membership is not there as
okay.
it is in India also.
Yeah, yeah.
So they are, I think I should say, they are reaching around 500,000 people.
Okay. Would you then say that the best way to remove all the differences that Indians have when they go or they continue with the differences would be for all of them to come together under the RSS umbrella?
See, all of them cannot come under HSS or whatever it is. See, it is impractical. But the thing is, it can have that influence. And this, that is working together separately, what I said, once in a way, the people from the Indian origin, there may be second generation, third generation people there. But their attachment, cultural attachment is to these things. So they can have joint programs, etc. They need not dissolve this organization and make one organization. That is not going to happen.
Right.
It is impractical. So, but they can definitely have a networking.
I have lots of friends and family in the United States. My generation, very much attached to India, rooted in India, but their children and their children are becoming increasingly American or increasingly British. Do you fear that Indians in America will very soon forget that they're Indians and will become entirely an American? And is that okay with you?
This is happening in India also. We are getting more and more westernized.
Yes.
See, this is the thing. See, what is becoming American or the British? It is ultimately it is a question of values. How the human beings are behaving with other human beings from their family to the community and etc. Second is how human beings are behaving with nature. So ultimately these are the things, the worldview that India has provided is. See, outward things, you think the dress or the attire or something, this goes up and be a Roman in Rome.
Yes.
So that adage has to be followed because that's fine.
Right.
But the thing is, still respect to elders, family being
Values,
together, being responsible to the community, and taking care of the children and inculcate values in them, in their upcoming generation. So these things are the basic and permanent values of human life.
Correct.
So what our society, see, the Gita classes are being held there. Yoga has definitely given a
sense of
tremendous
pride.
opportunity, and it has pushed this whole thing. Yoga is not just some physical posture and 21st June you conduct. Yoga is a comprehensive approach to life. So these things are definitely not only the Sangha Swayamsevaks, other organizations like Ramakrishna Ashram and many others, they are also doing a fantastic job. So that's why this will take care of it. And that's why I said there is no scope for disappointment. There is immense hope, and they are following. And new generation, now this bhajan clubbing, Gita clubbing, vegan. So new people will understand values in their own way. So we have to give them in the language and in the package that they understand and receive.
Earlier you said that Indians, when they go to other countries and become permanent residents there, they don't become a headache to the local society. But I'll counter you a little bit on that. There was an article recently in the New York Times about how there is a community in Texas where they have built a 40-foot or 60-foot statue of Hanuman, and it is rubbing the people, the local, the non-Indians the wrong way. Indians are building temples everywhere, which is what the Indians want,
Sure.
and it's creating friction with the other community. So, look, my question is, how do you balance your pride in your culture, in your heritage, and your love for your religion, and at the same time respect for your neighbors and the local host community? How do you balance that?
The thing is, first, what I said, they're not a headache. All these things, whether they have erected a Hanuman statue or building temple, have they done it illegally? No.
No.
So they have done everything legal. When I say they have not become a headache, the majority, 99.9% of people from this country who have gone there, they have not involved themselves in illegal activities.
Yeah.
So that is why I said they are not a headache.
Yeah.
Their crime rate is so low.
Absolutely.
And how many people you find them in jails and prisons there. So this is the thing what I said. But other thing, this friction what you said is, see, the people have taken, in the Gulf country also, the Swaminarayan has built a beautiful temple, a magnificent one. Of course, with all the support of the government and the local authorities. So we have taken due permission to do this. One. Now the thing is, the practices, how the friction is there because the Indians who go there are earning because of their hard work and talent. The fear is that we may be taking away their jobs. And you go there in 10 years, you become a millionaire, you earn so well and you live and you are on par with many people in there. So this fear is there because of the success, material success of the Indians. Otherwise, no. Now, how to balance it? This is where, what I said, the civilization ethos and cultural values or family values, that should come in operation. That is, we should, how we can contribute to the host family, host society, host community.
Yes, yes.
This is what we stress, we emphasize. See, you have an obligation to the host community, host society, host nation, where you earn your bread. Your allegiance should not be questioned. Because you should show that by your behavior.
Yes.
Of course, your connect with India is quite natural, obvious, it should be there. But at the same time, you should also be concerned about the community around you where you are living. Have that connection. Serve them. And I should say, during the pandemic, fantastic thing our people have done to the local. And food drives, in both in England and in US. Our people are conducting food drives. They are conducting shelter homes. And they are engaged in lot of such community service activities which are beneficial to the local people also.
Yes.
So this is what is happening.
I'm really glad you brought this up because apart from the pandemic situations, I've got some statistics that if you look at the normal times, for example, the Jewish community, for every dollar that a Jewish person gives, the Indians give 5 cents. So the kind of contribution, the philanthropic contribution to the society, like food banks, like you said, churches have these, the soup kitchens.
Yeah.
Giving to the veterans, the army veterans, is much more among the Jewish community and very, very little in the Indian. Maybe is that why there is that friction also?
This should be more according to their number and their earnings.
Yeah.
And we are emphasizing on that, and it is increasing now.
Yeah.
See, the first generation, they were struggling for their own survival and their own recognition.
Yeah.
Now they are a confident community.
Yeah.
When they are a confident community, definitely they will be doing it. I have no doubt about it.
So you would urge them to do more for the local, their community, so that they gain acceptance. Because we don't want to end up with a situation where the US government says that Indians are no longer welcome. H-1B visa holders can go back.
That
I will
statement
cancel the
which the President has endorsed, that did not go well. And Indians in most part of the Western countries, particularly in sizable number where they are there in UK and US, they are very much inclined to do something for the local community. This is what I have seen.
Yeah.
And during my tour also, I insisted I met many HNI people, and this was my first thing. One thing is, the first thing was I said, invest here in this community service,
Sure.
and also invest in other things like academics, etc. So that you earn and you
Give back to the community.
give back to the payback
Yeah.
and build the society
build
here.
society.
And you should be a partner in the nation building.
Very well said. So you would expect the minority, Indian minority in the United States, to be as giving and as patriotic as you would expect minority in India to be.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, world is one family, should be practiced.
Yes, yeah, yeah. You know, it's our impression that the West suffers from many modern day problems, you know, like drug addiction, teenage pregnancies, the family values, broken families, individualism. What did you tell your hosts, the American hosts, for example, or Germans, about how India can provide some guidance to the West?
Yeah, this is what I said. See, the worldview of our philosophy, 100 years ago, Vivekananda had said the same thing. One is religious bigotry will not work. And seeing the same divinity in everyone, and all living and non-living beings. This is our basic philosophy. So that is why you have to see that these things are inculcated through education, through moral training in the families, etc. So that's why human relation is very important, and relation in society, society and nature.
Yeah.
So this should be given in practical capsules.
Practical capsules.
Yeah, that is why the cultural things of our festivals, or many of our the so-called rituals, they are not religious; they are cultural. In order to make people understand, they were put in the religious thing.
Garb.
But actually, there are very cultures. For example, I will tell you two things which our people have tried. One is Raksha Bandhan, Rakhi.
Yeah.
See, Rakhi is not a religious thing. It is a cultural thing. Jawaharlal Nehru was also very much happy to have the, though he was against religion, about Rakhi Bandhan he was. So, Rakhi is universal oneness and universal brotherhood.
Okay.
So with this we have practiced there, and it is coming. Another thing I will tell you. Guru Vandana we started. That is, as we do it in Guru Purnima, that is, Gurus, our teachers are respected.
Yeah.
There, the students and kids from the Hindu families, they started showing respect on the particular, the respect should be shown all through the year.
Yeah.
But a program was arranged where the teachers, the American teachers, they were invited, and our people touched their feet and showed their respect and gave them some gifts like Guru Dakshina. So this was explained, what is Guru Dakshina, why we are doing this Guru Vandana.
Yeah.
Invariably, every teacher, there was in tears.
To get that respect from the students.
And the concept that we said, that Guru is not just for the school 3 years or 4 years. You are our teacher for whole life. This is how we take it.
Yeah.
Guru is for whole life. So this was explained to them. So they understood this is a fantastic thing.
Sure.
So these, through these capsules, as I said, definitely you can spread the cultural values of Bharat.
Practical capsules that you talked about. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's also not fair to say that the entire Western civilization is decadent.
Not.
And we are the best and they are the worst.
No. This is supremacy. We should not always say we are the best and they are struggling. Yeah. See, there are a lot of things we can learn from them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what can we learn from them? For example, let me just give me 10 seconds. I can think of a dozen things that we can learn from them. Discipline on the roads, for example, cleanliness, respect for our fellow beings. I mean, we agree or not, I believe that we don't treat our people who are below us in social strata very well.
Dignity of labor.
Dignity of labor, which they do.
Yeah.
Are these things that we can learn from them?
Definitely. See, all these a dozen things what you mentioned, perfectly right. See, thing is, one thing I should say, this cleanliness and the public this thing
discipline
happening
and
in
on the roads, for example.
Yeah, garbage, etc.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in both England and America, the thing is slowly, there is a decline.
Yeah.
They are also worried about it.
Yes.
When I said about citizenship qualities, civic sense, they said we also want it. That's what in England they said. And it's true also. See, the thing is slowly, the family values within British society also, it is not as it was in the past. So that's why they are also losing it. They are also worried about it. That's why when I mentioned this, they said these are all universal things, what you have told.
Yeah.
So whether it is a family values or citizenship qualities or social harmony, social cohesion, these things are the universal issues now. But coming back to the learning part of it, certainly, see, they have also built a society, a nation on certain values. Definitely there are things to learn from them. 100 years ago, Vivekananda also, when he was asked the question, what is there for us to learn from them? He said organization. We are not good in building institutions and organizations. And they have done it. We should learn from them. He had told them. So not only organization, even, see, as you said, see, respecting elders. And people who are pedestrians, the people who are driving a vehicle. So generally people here in India, we think that the bigger the vehicle, the road belongs to them.
Yeah, the others are all mosquitoes that need to be
so they should change.
They should change.
So there are some these public etiquettes.
How do we change though? How do we change it?
See, more and more exposure. See, you and I understood why, because you have seen the West. So more people should get exposed to these realities. So this is the thing. And it can be. See, for example, Swachhata program was given by Prime Minister here 10 years ago. So whether it has gone well or not, it has gone well.
Yeah.
But it may take time because we have a 100 years old or 1000-year-old disease. It cannot be cured in 10 years.
There is awareness now that there should be cleanliness, but I don't think it has made much difference on the ground.
See, we have many other things also.
Yeah.
Certain other problems in the society. Of course, we can discuss this. But we have to see that these things are inculcated through in our educational campuses, in the families and in the localities. See, the RWA, for example, in Delhi like cities. Why Indore can be clean?
Or Coimbatore,
Mysore.
Yeah.
So this awareness has to be created and responsibility towards our environment, etc. That has to be inculcated.
Yeah.
We can achieve, but it may take time. And the leadership. I am not telling the leadership only the political leadership. Political leadership, of course, yes. The others.
No, teachers, parents, community leaders.
Community leaders.
Companies.
Yes. And people who run the temples, who run the factories. See, we have to have this awareness.
Yeah. Now, I think we should come back to India now. We've been in the US for too long. But before we come back...
Your visa time is over?
I think so. My passport is in your hand. Just one last question about the US. You said there are about 500,000 people who are members of the HSS. What is your expectation? What number would you like to see in, let us say, 10
years? It is for them. We are not doing it.
But you must be promoting...
No, thing is, I'll tell you. Once in a way, they come to India and they have the program together.
Yeah.
People, HSS people in different countries are having their own organizations. They are created according to the law of the land in those countries. So we don't operate through them and we are not guiding them or anything. Only thing is when they invite us, we go and discuss and talk. They are independent organizations. They have to fix the targets and achieve it in their own way. So that's why I don't know what is their future plans, etc. Because that is not my organizational activity.
But you'll be
happy.
But
definitely, there is a umbilical cord relation. Because recently in Hyderabad, which is your town, there was a Vishwa Sangha Shibir, and 5 days from 71 countries, the families connected with the Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh in those countries, they had come and they stayed on the campus for 4 days.
Yeah.
And there was a public program also. So there they discussed about many of these things. What we can do for the host country, what we can learn from them.
Okay.
And how our upcoming generation should have the cultural roots, but we may live there. You make your living there, but live a better life with the local people.
Sure.
So these things were discussed.
Okay, nice. So you'd be happy with, let's say, 1 million people in 5 years from now? 1 million members? Would that?
How many more people will be going to India? That depends. Whether American government allows the Indians there, etc., they come back. So that's why the number is now, we can't say.
Can't say.
So if the government policy changes, or if they are ready to accept more people will go, then million will come less. If many people are sent back, the million will be a good number.
Yeah, I hope they don't get sent back. They don't want anybody's lives to be uprooted. I have a philosophical question. It's about spirituality and science. You have often talked about the two. RSS is a spiritual organization, but there is a contradiction with science, because science says that it does not believe in the existence of God unless it is proven with laws of physics. That's not proven yet. So do you see any contradiction in how, I mean, RSS is a proponent of science. You yourself were at this conference on AI in Stanford University. How does that fit?
See, RSS is a spiritually charged, spiritually inspired organization. Thing is, ultimately, science has many different dimensions. What you are stressing is material science. Social science is also there.
Right.
There is spiritual science is also there.
Okay.
So that's why science is not one thing. You get the example of God, but many scientists believe in God.
Sure.
I think majority of the scientists believe in God. They go to temples. And most of the scientists of India, they believe in God. They prayed Balaji before the
Launching
space satellite, etc.
Yeah.
So nobody has questioned anywhere in the world why they are doing it outside people, because they believe faith is a faith. But science, I should say, it is not just proving whether the glass is seen, that's why there is a glass. God is not seen, that is why. Seen means being experienced. Seen means it is to be proved. It is a systematic thing. If a thing is done systematically and it gives the result, if it's proved, it is science. See, for example, RSS activity, Shaka, is a science.
Okay.
In that sense, the thing is, you do this, it will happen. So this we have seen here. You bring people together every day.
Yeah.
And see that some patriotic values you try to inculcate, and they forget their caste feelings. So this we had, and we have proved it.
Yeah.
And this methodology of RSS can work in any community in anywhere in the world. See, tomorrow, for example, Japanese or some African country, they also try to do this on the basis of their cultural values, coming together, working together, and doing some service. Definitely there will be change. So this is science.
Yep.
Because it is provable anywhere in the world.
So you don't see any contradiction, basically?
Not at all. Science is an instrument to understand spirituality. And many of the Western scientists, great scientists, Einstein, many of them, they express these things in fantastic terms. They have said, and when the explosion took place, he chanted Bhagavad Gita lines. So the spirituality is not a hindrance or impediment for scientific advancement. Actually, it's the other way. The scientific, the more and more you travel in science, you will be nearer to spirituality.
Wow.
You understand that the whole world is from one energy source.
Yes.
And it is true. That is what our spirituality says.
We came from Shunya.
Yeah, we came from Shunya.
Yeah.
So it says, Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande. It says, Deshe Ishwaram Pratishtati.
Can you just translate the first one? The universe was created?
Yeah, universe
Yat Pinde.
Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande is what is there in the particle, small particle, is there in the whole universe, cosmos.
Yeah.
So the science has also
Says the same thing.
arrived at this conclusion.
True.
So that's why science and spirituality are not at loggerheads.
Yeah. Now, I want to ask you about the war that started this year, Iran war. Um, and then there has been this Ukraine war going on for a long time. We seem to be in the grips of civilizational crisis. Many people have termed the Iran war in civilizational terms. Uh, do you think? How do you see this war? Do you think that this is all about nuclear weapons, or is it about wiping out a nation?
See, in last 30 years history, you see the world's history, there was no time there was absence of war
Okay.
in any part, some part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wars, battles, skirmishes, conflicts, tensions have always been there. There was a Cold War for a long period. There was a war in Vietnam. There has been war in the Palestine and thing. It is going on in some other tensions. So wars are taking place. And during Bush period, there was
The Iraq war,
Gulf War.
Gulf War.
So wars are generally they take birth in the minds.
Can you explain?
It is. I was having a small lesson when I was going to school. War is a wicked thing. That was the title of the lesson. That wicked thing, it comes because of the wicked mind. So you want to amass something, you want to take the hold of something which is not yours, or you have become too greedy. So a nation, a society, or a leadership becomes when one of these things, the wars break out.
I think you just now said that Trump has a wicked mind and is greedy.
I did not say.
Okay.
When the persons have, when anybody, I did not mention anybody's name.
No, you did not.
No. So, but the thing is, a nation also, the arrogance of a nation also can be possible. It is not only individuals. So that's why these things create wars. Now, coming to the present West Asia war, I think, many of the wars, because of some commercial interest and geopolitics, it is taking place. 25 years back, the book World Challenge had predicted that there will be war because of the oil.
Yeah.
And some people are now predicting that there will be war for water. So that means we are not going to be free from wars even after if this war is over.
Yeah.
That means if this war is over and there is a war going to be there on water, that means we will survive even with this war.
Yes.
Because to wage the next war,
with the other war.
wage the next war. So that's why these wars are not going to finish the humanity. But definitely it will alter and it will have its influence on human life. The First World War and Second World War, because of the very nature of the wars, they have given rise to many things. See, from scientific advancement took place.
Yeah.
Some unification of some terms, some words. Many European countries emerged. Some countries clubbed and they became one. And they tried all these things. Soviet Russia happened. Then Germany was divided. So wars create many things.
Baltics came together in
that's why this war also will have its own impact, no doubt. And it is going to alter something in human life and in the world scenario. But the present war of West Asia is, we should not think that it is between two countries.
Okay.
So it is, the thing is, it is survival and occupation, some approach to the whole human life, the worldview that I should be the master of everything. This won't.
It's not tenable.
Tenable. It is not going. Yeah, it is not tenable.
Yeah.
And that's why the presently some people say that whether it's a civilizational conflict, which Samuel Huntington predicted as
the conflict of civilizations.
Conflict of civilizations. So I don't think whether it has come, because what Samuel Huntington predicted was on the religious lines of these men. Though he said civilization, he made Christian and Muslim world. today all the Christian world is not with one country,
with one country
and all the Muslims are not under one umbrella.
yeah.
So that's why what Professor Huntington has predicted or visualized may come true after some time. At least today, it is about oil and so these things.
Yeah, as of now, but in the short term, we are suffering. India is also suffering.
Definitely.
The Prime Minister has called for austerity measures.
Very
Just
much.
yesterday, again, second time
Very
he
much.
said.
Very much.
How do you see this panning
Yes.
out?
See, austerity measure has been there earlier. Two prime ministers, at least as I remember, in my lifetime, they had given call for the austerity measure. One you know very well, that is Lal Bahadur Shastri asked to skip one meal a week, and particularly Monday evening. So that was an austerity measure, and hotels used to be get closed voluntarily. And many people for whole life they did not take meals on the Monday evening.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Indira Gandhi also asked the same thing. They said, don't purchase gold.
Okay, that is debatable. Are you referring to that Hindu clipping that has come out?
Yeah, but
It's fake. But although she might have made a call for austerity, but
but she has made a call for austerity.
Yeah.
Leave the gold thing.
Yeah, forget. Yeah.
But see, the prime ministers as leaders of the country calling for austerity measures is a thing that one has to take consideration of country's welfare, and they have to do it.
Yeah.
And the present prime minister has also done it. It is in the best interest of the country.
Sure.
Even in an absence of war, the India's way of life, it should be of simplicity and austerity.
Yes.
That is the basic thing that we should
Yeah.
observe and practice.
Yeah.
However, at times of crisis and challenges, this should be imbibed and it should be practiced with it. And it is for the, as we discussed, community leaders and others also should go for this austerity thing.
Right.
It is necessary. Now, when oil is being imported, when we are having so many other crises, austerity measures are required. When if there is a food crisis, we have done it on Monday evening. So now also we should practice it. That's one thing. Now India can play a role because India's position in the last at least a decade or more has changed in the world map. So India is also heard, seen, recognized, respected. So that's why India can also play a role in appealing to the good senses of the countries and nations and leaders.
Yeah.
So they can play a role there. And we should engage the people in positive debates and dialogue.
Dattaji, in the last 1 year, India has faced many foreign policy challenges. After Operation Sindoor, there was a concerted effort by the government to put out our narrative. Then there was the tariffs. Then this West Asia crisis. Has RSS given any inputs to the government on how to deal with these crises?
No, informally, we discussed. There is no RSS is not having any foreign policy think tank.
Right.
But the doctrine that the Prime Minister is following has many such ingredients which are the basic thoughts of the worldview which RSS has been emphasizing, which are basically of this country's land. So that's why if you go deep, and there are quite good number of books which have come on the foreign policy things of the present Prime Minister as the doctrine. And they have mentioned some of these things, the people who are experts in the foreign. That's why I think he knows those things well, and he has been practicing. RSS, because we are not experts in the foreign policy affairs, because we don't have a think tank of this kind.
Okay.
So we don't give any formal inputs.
Or unsolicited advice.
I don't say like that. The advices are always expected, and we are free to give the advice.
Suppose the foreign minister were to come and ask you for advice on how to deal with the president.
He doesn't come and ask advice. We can informally chit-chat.
You can informally give him advice
informally
whenever you
chit-chat.
want.
And such relation we maintain.
Yeah. How do you think we should? I know you said you are not experts in foreign policy, but Pakistan is almost like domestic policy for us. How do you think we should deal with Pakistan? How should we engage with Pakistan?
See, everything has been tried,
Hmm.
and more such efforts should go on. Atalji tried to engage them in debate. He went to Lahore by bus, and many things have happened. And our Prime Minister now and so invited Pakistan ahead at the time of
Yeah.
taking oath. Then he dropped himself in the wedding ceremony of the Pakistan's leader.
Yeah.
So all these things we have tried. And see, if the Pakistanis, the pinpricks it's trying to give, like in Pulwama, etc., we have to answer wholesomely according to the situation. Because the security and self-respect of a country and a nation has to be protected, and the government of the day should take note of it and take care of it. But at the same time, we need not close the doors. We should always be ready to engage them in dialogue. That's why diplomatic relations are maintained.
Okay.
Trade and commerce goes on.
Yeah.
Visas are being given. So that we should not stop it. But because there should be a window for always for a dialogue.
What about sporting events then? Should they also not continue?
Of course, they can continue. At present, because of Pakistan's adamancy, many things are not being carried out.
There's a ban on cricket.
Because of these things.
Yeah.
And after this recent skirmishes, Operation Sindoor, we had to take place because of the thing. Right from, you see, the relation, I should say, the turning point was 26 November. Kasab incident and the Mumbai incident.
Yeah.
Since then, the peace period is very, very less. We could not have. Although other things are continuing, mutual confidence is still not completely there. Earlier we tried all those things. But this can happen. More and more Pakistan citizens understand, and non-government actors in Pakistan, if they raise these things, like academicians,
Okay.
sportsmen, scientists,
Yeah.
community leaders there, they should come up with these things.
So you're advocating continued relationship.
Yes,
dialogue
political leadership and the military
is not
leadership
yeah.
has developed, I think, some aversion to Indian politics.
Yeah.
Whatever may be there, I don't know. This is one hope, I think, because I believe strongly that ultimately the civic society relations, and because we have a cultural relation, we have been one nation.
Yes.
So that has to be emphasized by some people at least. So I am for one that people of Pakistan, particularly the civic society, various institutions, and these areas,
Yeah.
If that goes on, I think it can
So you think that this is
pave a way for a better.
pave the way for a better relation? So perhaps this is the only way that relations between the two countries can improve on a
that
people-to-people level.
that should be tried more and more now.
That should be tried more and more. Yeah. You said that we were one nation, and this reminds me of what Mohan Bhagwatji said at the centenary celebrations in August. He said that we are all people who have the same DNA. You know, whether you are Muslim or Hindu, Christian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, we are all the same Hindu. Very profound thought. So I was just wondering, so if all of us share the same ancestry, why is there so much controversy about love jihad, for example? Why can't people of two faiths who have the same DNA fall in love?
If it is here pure love, no question. When it is jihad, there is a question.
Okay, how do you define jihad?
See, the thing is, nobody has love jihad. The term was used by some high court judge in some court.
Yeah.
So it is not our contribution. thing is, see, two individuals have love, then there is no religion, nationality,
Yeah.
etc. So that love is pure. See, in many families of the RSS, people have married people belonging to different nationality
Sure.
because it was love. And we welcomed, we celebrated, we attended the weddings. So there is no such thing. But when this becomes an agenda and there is a planned conspiracy to take away Hindu girls, then that is a question and it causes friction. Then this DNA thing doesn't work. Because even with that, all DNA already, if somebody is hijacking a girl from some village, leave alone Muslims, I'm not telling about Hindu Muslims.
Yeah.
Even some person, a Muslim with his friends, he
kidnaps a girl from any community.
For any community, that is not allowed. You cannot say we belong to one DNA, it is okay.
That is true.
Yeah, that is not.
Yeah.
That is why it should be socially acceptable thing.
Yeah.
Love is not barred in a society.
So Sangh is not against a love marriage between two faiths, two communities.
I will tell you, there are umpteen number of cases among Swayamsevaks who have married with different castes, with other religions and other nationalities.
Okay.
We have not made it a publicity thing, but we accept it as a natural thing. But the love jihad, which we are mentioning, see, it cannot be in such large number in a small area and happening in such a way that you go and see in courts, it is announced every month, so many people going. So how it takes place?
Yeah. The reason I asked this question was
and many girls have come back and they have told their sad stories. And it is true. There are around 20,000 cases which were documented. So all these things cannot happen. And love, does it happen only one way? All Hindu girls and Muslim boys? So that means the love has only one dimension. Then it is not love. There is conspiracy.
Yeah. I asked this question only because of the TCS controversy that is going on in Nashik.
That is a single controversy. That's a different thing. But what happened?
No, I get your point. I get your point. The one other statement that Bhagwatji had made, which I found a little disturbing, he said that Hindus should have more children.
Yeah.
But then it is against or at
Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister has also said.
Yes, that doesn't make. I don't know if it is right or wrong. I want to know from you. Do you think it's good to have more children?
So then your disagreement should be with him also.
Next time I speak to him, I will raise this.
And at least Mohan Bhagwatji has no power to make a law.
Yeah.
The Chief Minister has made it.
Yeah.
He has made it means he said there will be incentive and more children should be there and the third child is there. The government will support the family economically. So the TFR is going down.
Yeah.
Generally for a healthy family and a child to grow in a healthy atmosphere, 2.2 per family, the TFR is generally universally accepted thing.
2.2, yes.
Yeah. So, but it is less than 2, 1.8, 1.6 in Kerala.
So he's not saying that we should have 4 children or something, or like Hindu TFR should be 4.
When the second itself is a problem means it is not happening. Telling 4th or 5th is not going to happen. When they have the third, we will try to say whether 4 is required or not. At least now 3. Even there are 2-3 reasons. One, see, family's future also. If there is only one child norm, then if something happens to the child at some age, the parents, what will happen to the parents in their old age? One. Secondly, if there is only single child, that single child, because of the all love and everything is poured on the child, and the child develops with an ego or the loneliness. Siblings, you all, me, yourself, in our childhood, because of the siblings we have learnt. this love, sharing, compassion, these values are inculcated because of our siblings. And the child grows without a sibling, so it is having psychological problem, or ego, or loneliness. So that is why we are. And family's health also. And about the community and nation also. We are creating economy, we are creating wealth, we are growing everything. But the future, if the nation becomes a nation of the old people, what is happening in Japan today?
Yeah.
It is aged Japan. But India being an ancient nation, it is it's a young nation.
Yeah.
And even after some thousands of years. So that's why we should remain young as a nation. So that is possible only if you are having more progenies.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to ask you a question which I think you must have been asked in the US also. That the Hindutva philosophy of the Sangh, and it is a cultural identity that you want to create a Hindu nation. It's in a cultural sense, but at the same time, it creates some disquiet and discomfort among minorities. How do you assure the minorities that they are safe in India? And when you talk about Hindutva or Hindu nation, it is not in the religious sense, but in a cultural sense.
Vijayji, this thing I'll tell you. One, this question has been asked
umpteen
times in last 50, 75 years, 100 years. That because you say there is a fear, what has happened?
Nothing has changed.
No, whether the Muslim number has come down,
It's gone up a little bit.
whether they had to flee, whether they are treated as second-class citizens in any Sangha Swayam Sevaks who are in BJP and BJP ruled states, in Maharashtra, in Gujarat, in Madhya Pradesh, in Achal, in Uttar Pradesh, whether the community, the other religions people are second-class citizens, whether the government schemes are not reaching them. What has happened? So let us address it with hard facts and realities. See, the thing is, unnecessarily fear is being created among that society by repeatedly raising this question by the people in the media and other places. Thing is, I'll tell you, we have continuous dialogue with the leaders of the minority community, whether it is Christian, one thing. And we, in RSS, we say, this very concept of religious minority in India is not on sound basis. When we say we are all one, basically,
Same people,
same ancestry, same DNA, the question of minority doesn't. Just because you have changed the mode of worship, change of religion has not changed your nationality. That is what we believe. So when the nationality is one and we are ancestors are one, we don't consider them as different.
Okay.
The people who think that world is one family, how can we differentiate with another religion? Not at all. And just because somebody is practicing another religion is there. As far as the persons following that religion should not come in the way of other people who are following different faith. That is the whole thing. Now, we are not creating Hindu nation. This nation is a Hindu nation. We are not creating. See, there was British Raj here, right?
Yeah.
It was British Raj. It was a British state. Then also this was Hindu nation. It was not British nation. So during the British period, as a nation, what nation it was? Was it a British nation?
No, it was not, of course.
Not at all. So this nation-state concept and the nation concept, this should be comprehensively debated and understood in the academics and the intellectual world of India. This confusion persists. Nation-states, after the French Revolution, the nation-states are the borders of the geographical borders is one nation, it is one state, and there is one government, and there is one thing. India's experience is different. That is why when you said there are two nations of Pakistan, I was little, I wanted to say, no, nation-wise we are one. There are two different states, or three states, Bangladesh and this thing. Till 47 we are, so nation cannot be divided like that. Same thing about Germany also, East and West. It was a German nation.
Yeah.
There were two states because of political ideology.
Yeah.
And they came together
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. My mistake. I should not have said nation, but two states,
Yeah.
3 or 4 states that time.
So that's why
Yeah.
the religious groups in here, whom you call religious minorities,
Yeah.
they have no experience of being second-class citizens, number one. And within RSS, there are a number of people who are from these religious groups who are Sangha Swayamsevaks.
Muslims?
They have not become showpieces for us.
Muslims?
Yes, of course.
Christians?
I can give the names. You can go and check.
Okay.
The number may be less. The number is less even in Sarvodaya, where Gandhiji was all for Hindu-Muslim brotherhood. Gandhiji established Sarvodaya. How many Muslims are there? Why they are not there?
True.
RSS may be, as you said, anti-Muslim. So Sarvodaya is not anti-Muslim, right?
Fair enough.
So we have to go to the roots of these issues. So that's why thing is, it is not, the question is not to be posed to the RSS. Question is to be posed to the Muslim leadership.
I was just going to come to that. It's a good opportunity. Asaduddin Owaisi has very recently, just after the Bengal election results, has said that the time has come for Muslims to form their own leadership, in the sense that they should form their own party because they are not getting justice in a secular India.
That is left to him, and how...
Does that benefit you, though?
How people of his own religion are going to respond to that is yet to be seen. I don't know. But the thing is, the nationalist leadership among Muslims, which was there during the freedom struggle, and slowly after the creation of Pakistan, and because of the political change and the pseudo-secular policies followed in India, the nationalist leadership among the Muslims has become a rare commodity. That is the problem.
Yeah.
There are, but they are not supported. You have to be a separatist person. Then only the community supports.
So you don't think there's a need, as OIC says, there's no need for the Muslims to have their own leadership? They can...
Leadership, right. See, every community can have that leadership. Political parties need not be on the basis of religions.
Need not be or should not be?
See, the Indian Constitution permits any combination. That is why I cannot say it should not be a thing. But the thing is, if it is followed on the basis of religion, then all these things hurts.
Yeah.
So there are many political parties who follow certain faiths. In Kerala, there are some Christian-oriented parties there. Sikhism, there is a party. So that's why I don't say it should not be there, because the Constitution provides thing. As long as they follow certain things according to the Representative of People's Act, a political party can be formed. So there is a Muslim League also. There is the Hindu Mahasabha also. So the thing is, whether we can have a consensus on certain national issues about our nationality, about our nation's foundational values, which even Jawaharlal Nehru or Sampurnanandji or Mahatma Gandhiji or everybody, those who were in political field. I am not speaking about Maharishi Aurobindo or Vivekananda who were in spiritual field. People who were in political field, they had accepted that there are certain basic foundational views of our country. That is what even Jawaharlal Nehru also said while addressing Aligarh Muslim University students. So these issues have to be properly understood. That's why in the name of secularism, we have thought discussing any of these things, current religion, is an anathema. Okay. It is stigma. So that should not be there.
Right. Earlier we talked about the Hindu nation and the Hindu Rashtra. Related to that question is a statement just made today, a few hours ago, by Udayanidhi Stalin. He again has said that Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated.
See, at the end of his speech on the floor of the House, his maiden speech as leader of opposition, he said, Valgai Dravidam, etc. He said the slogan, and the last sentence was this, that is, Sanatana. It's his opinion, and people have answered it in the elections. So, but one thing, see, Sanatana will not go because somebody says. Ultimately, what is Sanatana? See, because I feel there should not be light, or I feel there should not be shadows, it won't go. Sanatana is the spirit and soul of this nation. Sanatana is not a religious practice. Sanatana is a value, a worldview. Sanatana is as we were discussing science and what is Sanatana? Sanatana is that which is eternally there, eternal. That eternity is Sanatana. That it is like a tree, a banyan tree is there. Even after 100 years or 200 years, the banyan tree stands there. So whether banyan tree is old, yes, you say it's old because its trunk is old, its roots are deeper, and its roots are strong and deeper. But it's every season, it's having new leaves, new flowers, so it lives. So as long as it gets the new flowers and new leaves sprouting, so that tree is fresh, ever fresh. So Sanatana is that. That is the Nitya Nutana and Chirat Puratana. That is, it is ever fresh and always ancient. So it is a fantastic combination. That is what our civilization is. We have memories of our civilization. Memory is thousands of years old, millennia old civilization memories. But because of that, we are not saying that we don't accept or welcome AI. Or new technology, or the newer things of life. We welcome, we cherish, we enjoy, we celebrate. So that is Sanatana, and which this gentleman is also doing. He is practicing Sanatana. Thing is, what is Sanatana? Unfortunately, he might not have understood it.
I see. So Sanatana is...
He thinks Sanatana is upper caste. Maybe. I don't know. I have not met him.
But it is for everybody.
It is for the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maharishi Aurobindo said, Sanatana is the nationality of this country. This is what Maharishi Aurobindo said in his Uttarpada speech. That's why Sanatana is the basis, and it expresses through, for example, the Hindu values, the truth and the eternal principles which Sanatana is manifested, expressed in the Hindu values.
Okay. I have a question about the Bengal elections. Spectacular results. No one expected it. At least the journalists who claim to know everything did not expect it. How much role did the Swayamsevaks have in the victory of BJP?
As citizens, they did everything.
Okay.
As belonging to a particular philosophy which we have been propagating and trying to live up. Yes, our Swayamsevaks have been at the receiving end for quite a number of years. Earlier during the communist regime and then the TMC regime. So because what we were doing has been legal, constitutionally right thing we have been doing like we are doing in any other part of the country. But Swayamsevaks, because they were saying about this Sanatana, Hindu, etc. And also they were conducting shakas, creating patriotic nationalist people. So a lot of hurdles and attacks and so many actions were being taken by government or government supported or the party supported things. So our people have suffered, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle not by only Swayamsevaks, it was a struggle by the entire Hindu society. So that's why every Hindu voter became a Hindu worker in Bengal. So that is why it was a civilizational question, and the results were, as you said, it was unprecedented, unexpected, such thing. It was a tsunami, all these things. It is true. So because when you are pushed to the wall, you are going to hit back.
Is it true that the Swayamsevaks came out in large numbers and provided security or reassurance to the
That
voters?
we have tried to our best of our strength and capacity. We have done it in the post-poll violence in 5 years back, when there was a thing. I myself had visited 2-3 places where things were going. See, Sangha Swayamsevaks are not we are not an army. We, out of our the love for society and spirit for community service, our people have also rallied the other people who are like-minded, who want to do something, and that is why, of course, we try to provide safety and security to the suffering people wherever it happens.
Okay. Dattaji, something unusual.
Including some people who may not be our organization people, who may not be even Hindus. Many a time that also may happen.
Right. In the last few years, we have seen that many of the BJP-ruled chief ministers, chief ministers, have not been from RSS. Suvendu Adhikari is one, Samrat Chaudhary, Himanta Biswa Sarma. Does that bother you, or does that give you great pleasure that more chief ministers are coming into RSS fold?
I'm happy. BJP is growing, and that means it is accepted. Of course, they understand the RSS also slowly. There is no problem. And even in RSS also, new people come, no? Not necessarily everybody joins RSS only when they are school kids.
Right.
There are many people who join the RSS at the later age.
So would you encourage these 3 chief ministers to join RSS?
See, they are as good as in RSS because they are in the ideological family of the RSS.
True. So they don't necessarily have to formally sign the membership form.
There is no formal membership at all in RSS. Even I have not taken a formal membership. The RSS is a family setup thing. So that is why here, whoever enters the family, a daughter-in-law who comes into the family need not fill a form. She naturally becomes one of the family.
I don't know if Suvendu Adhikari would like to be called daughter-in-law. More like a
He
son-in-law.
is a proud son.
Proud son, a prodigal son who has returned after a long absence. Dattaji, I am going to ask you a very personal question. I know you suffered greatly during emergency time. Can you just tell us how it reshaped your thinking?
I think those days are over now. And of course, the lessons of emergency should be told to the every generation. And people who have not seen emergency, who have not seen, we have not seen the freedom struggle. So we were told how it was, and umpty number of books have come. And it is also told as a part of curriculum. And the emergency also should be included in some way or the other in the curriculum, because it was the darkest period of the democracy in independent India. So that's why it should be told to the people. And how the fundamental rights were suspended and what happened. So these things, many of the today's generation, people, they don't know. So that should be told. And the suffering part of it, of course, it was there in the lockups and jails in many parts of the country. That has been repeatedly explained. I don't want to elaborate on that. Of course, it is not that when the emergency was clamped, these things should happen. That might not have been the idea to suppress the thing. Thing is, some people took the undue advantage of the situation. That's why, you see, when all power is given to the
local authorities,
authorities, then it will be misused. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Then and even now?
Anytime.
True. Lastly, am I talking to the next Sarsang Chalak?
That you should ask the Sarsang Chalak.
Oh God, no. But that should be the logical.
In Sangh, we don't have the practice of thinking about the next Sarsanga Chalak.
True. Thank you very much. Please, no, you were going to say something?
Oh, no, that's fine, wonderful. We had a nice dialogue, and it is a wonderful thing that the debate and dialogue on the present situation of the country and future, whenever it is takes place, this country has seen many things apart from the politics also.
Yep.
The party politics, the electoral politics has their own significance and their own importance in our national life. But this vast country has lot of things which are going not because of any government or politics, but they are the identity of our nation. So I believe that these issues also should be brought to the fore, and our new generation should try to understand and enjoy these things. So India's prominence and strength economically in the field of science and technology should also empower it to have this cultural and civilizational strength to be manifested and help in serving the humanity in a better way and more confidently.
Yeah.
So this is what RSS wants to say.
Yeah.
So these things are very much necessary today and tomorrow, because the humanity is passing through a critical stage. So that is why the good forces within a country, within a society, good forces elsewhere in the world, well-meaning people, they have to come together, because human values are eternal and they are common. They are universal. So we all should try to see that they are supported, they are flourished, they are practiced. So this is what RSS thinks and tries to communicate, convey to the whole country and world. Namaskar.
Sure. Your days are very busy. You don't have time to reflect on the past. You just don't have the time. But if at all you sit down and reflect on how far RSS has come, are you filled with a lot of pride? Prakash used to come here, he used to cover RSS, he still covers RSS. This office was a asbestos shed. Today it's like a 6-story building. You look back, how do you see?
We have evolved according to times. And of course, every organization, every journey has a past. And of course, many people always brood over only the past. I, for one, of course, those were the days, and as we were having the organization, and we stuck to that.
But to be in the driving seat and to reflect and say that, where were we?
Because we were visualizing this. One day we will be in the driving seat.
You knew it.
So that's why it is not a surprise, not a shock. So it is a responsibility. So we were getting ready for that responsibility, and we are ready to sit now.
Great. Dattaji, thank you so much for the time. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Namaste.